Okay, so I finally got the heater back in, and it was nothing less than a pain in the you-know-what. Very difficult to get that thing in there, to get all the holes or all the studs to align, the heater core to align, especially with the new motor and the larger hole there. So I put it in once, and I couldn't get this stud right there to come out, and the reason is because on the heater core there's a gasket that goes on the inside, and I bought a new one, and it is this is about 1/4 of it, so I had to shave it down. I did it with a serrated knife, but I had to shave it down so that I could get the stud to come through the firewall there. So as far as the stud locations go, I wanted to show this as well. So here's your heater motor right there, and the battery tray sits there, and I obviously have that removed. But there's one stud there, there's one right there, there's one right above the heater core, and then the last one, which is a real pain to get to, is kind of behind that valve cover. It's about the best angle I can get you, but you can see the stud coming through. Now over here on the inside of the Jeep, I ended up having to take the dash down, and I'll show you inside the problem I ran into with my cables and my the upper heater assembly, which I can't find a lot of good information about that, and I certainly can't find any parts for it, but I do think I need some parts, and I'm just out of luck. So okay, so up under here, your fresh air cable actually goes to this, and it's really hard to access. I guess I could have just took my glove box off, but I'm putting in a new stereo and actually replacing the glove box too, so I didn't think it would hurt to take the dash down. I also replaced this defrost duct. That went in real easy. This little contraption here is kind of a mess. I can't really figure out what goes down here. This metal piece that goes down and connects somewhere in there, but I believe that mine is broken because there's nowhere to connect it. So I'm going to leave it off, and I think that all that controls is the fresh air to the driver's side, so I'm okay with that. This cable setup here is kind of a nightmare. Doesn't seem to work real well. So while I was doing this, I also picked up a couple of dash parts, and I replaced all the screws with stainless steel screws. And I bought this Trawl windshield bracket, and of course it's smaller than the factory one, and about half the thickness as well. The factory windshield brackets they're thick, and this thing is I'm sure it's adequate to do the job, but it's just kind of surprised how thin it was. The Trawl stainless steel knobs, real heavy, real nice. And I also put in a new this seal right there. Since I had the Jeep apart that far, I put a new cowl seal on it all the way across, and I believe that's a Fairchild seal, and it fit like a glove, so real happy with that. So the heater's working really good. Soft top's on. I'm all set for the winter. Thanks for watching.